Hello everyone, I am Mukesh Kumar Pandey from Department of Botany, CUSA Institute of Science, Ashram Road, Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Today in this lecture, we are going to talk about the types of pollination. This topic has been selected from BSc Semester 3 Botany, paper number 202, unit number 3. In the last lectures, we have discussed about the process of pollination. Now we will talk about the types, but before that, just recall what is pollination. As in the diagram you can see, the pollen grains from the stamen of one flower are going to be transferred to the carpel of second flower or another flower. So in this process, the anther which is having the pollen grains, it will release the pollen grains and then they will be transported with the help of insects, air or any other agent, and finally it will reach to the stigma of the carpel. This phenomenon is known as pollination, and the agent which is helping in this process is called pollinator. So here is the definition. Pollination is the transfer of pollen grains from the anther of one flower to the stigma of the same or another flower. Sometimes the pollination occurs in the same flower also. That means the pollen grains may be transferred from the stamen to the stigma in the same flower like this. But in this case you can see it is going to be transferred to the another flower. Both the cases are pollination process. It is said to be the first process of sexual reproduction because after the pollination, the pollen grains will be germinated and then the pollen tube will come out and it will enter into the style and finally it will reach towards the ovary, and inside the ovule it will enter through the micropylar part that we have studied in the last lectures. And here the sexual reproduction is going to occur, and the first process of this sexual reproduction, that is pollination, which will be resulted as fertilization, and after that seed and fruit will be produced. Pollen grains contain the male gamete and they are present in the anthers of the flower. So this is the anther in which the pollen grains are present, and the pollen grains are having the male gametes. During the process of microsporogenesis, we have studied that how the microspore is produced. We have also studied the structure of pollen grain, and in that we have understood about the male gamete formation and how it is present inside the pollen grain, that we know. So now we are going to talk about the types of pollination. It can be divided into two types. Mainly into two types you can divide the pollination process. One is self-pollination, which is also known as autogamy, and second one, that is cross-pollination, which is also known as allogamy. Self-pollination, that is autogamy, and cross-pollination, that is allogamy. So both the types we will study in detail in this lecture. First of all, self-pollination, which is also known as autogamy. In this process, in this type of pollination, as you can see here in the diagram, you can see in the diagram the pollen grains are transported to the stigma of same flower. Same flower is there. So when the pollen grains transferred to the stigma of the same flower, then that type of pollination is called self-pollination or autogamy. Okay, so this is very rare and this can occur in the case of only bisexual flower which are having both the stamen and carpel together. In that type of flowers only the autogamy is possible, because in this type of flowers stamen and carpel both are present in the same flower, so easily the pollen grains from the anther can be transported to the stigma. Okay, so come on the next type, that is cross pollination and also known as allogamy. In this type you can see in the diagram the pollen grains of one flower will be transported to the another flower. This is cross pollination, not in the same flower but on the another flower. The flower may be bisexual or unisexual, but the pollen grain will be transported to another flower, not in the same flower. This is allogamy. So, and it can be further divided. Different types of cross pollination are there. In that types, we are going to study about first of all geitonogamy. Here in the case of geitonogamy, you can see in the diagram the pollen grain of one flower will be transported to the another flower, but both the flowers are present in the same plant. This is very important thing that you have to remember or understand. The pollen grain of the one flower will be transported to another flower of the same plant. Plant is same. That means this is one type of monoecious plant in which both the male and female type of flowers are present. Unisexual flower will be there sometimes. And if suppose bisexual flower is there but the insect is responsible to transfer it, it is also possible. But in the monoecious type of plants, both the male and female flowers are present in the same plant, and with the help of any agent, the anther of the male flower will be, pollen grain of the male flower will be transported to the stigma of the female flower. So in this phenomenon, you can understand the flower is different, but the plant is same. So this type of pollination is called geitonogamy. Now come on the next type, that is xenogamy. In this type of cross pollination, the pollen grain of a flower transferred to the stigma of a different flower on different plant of same species. In this diagram you can see here the pollen grain of one flower will be transported to the stigma of other flower, different flower, and here the plants are also different. Plants are also different, you can see. This process is not going on in the same plant. It will occur in different plants, but both the plants are of same species. Remember, both the plants are of same species. So flowers are different, plants are also different, but the species is same. So such kind of pollination is xenogamy. Now come on the next type, that is hybridism. Actually, this is one type of hybridization process. Naturally, if the pollination is going on between two different species, that means the pollen grain of a flower will be transferred to the stigma of different flower on different plant of different species. That means in this case, the flowers are different, the plants are also different, and the species is also different. So you can see in the diagram also, the red and white, two species are there, red flowered species and white flower species. There will be pollination between them, and as a result pink flower species will be produced. So this is one type of hybridism. In this case, the flower is different, plants are also different, and species is also different. So now you can understand in the first type, which was autogamy or self-pollination, in that type, the pollination was going on in the same flower. The flower was same. In the next type, which was geitonogamy, in that case the flower was different but the plant was same. In the type, the next type, which was xenogamy, in this case the flowers are different, the plants are also different, but the species was same. And in the hybridism, the flower will be different, plant will be different, and species will be different. So this is the major difference between these three. Now some extra types are there, some another types are there, types of cross pollination on the basis of pollinating agents. Pollinating agents means the organisms or any abiotic components which are helping in the process of pollination. They are called, whether they are abiotic or biotic, but if they are helping in the process of pollination, then they are known as pollinating agents. So now we will classify the cross pollination on the basis of these pollinating agents or agencies. So on that basis, we can say different type of pollination, cross pollination will be there, just like anemophily, hydrophily, entomophily, ornithophily, chiropterophily, malcophily. So these all are the types of cross pollination on the basis of the pollinating agents or agencies. As you can see here, with the help of wind, that is anemophily; with the help of water, hydrophily; with the help of insects, entomophily; and if the pollination is going on with the help of birds, that is ornithophily; with the help of bats, chiropterophily; and if it is occurring with the help of snails and slugs, that is malcophily. And finally, one more thing we have to remember: the pollination which takes place with the help of insects, birds, and animals. All these three agencies are collectively called zoophily. With the help of insects, birds, or animals, if the pollination occurs, it is known as zoophily. Then it is called zoophily. Okay. So now come on the next slide, in which one by one we are going to discuss about now different type of pollinations. In this type, you can see with the help of wind the pollination is going on, that is anemophily. Anemo word is related with wind, just like the anemometer is the instrument to measure the wind velocity. In the meteorology department, we use that instrument. If the pollen grains are transferred from anther of one flower to the stigma of different flowers by wind, this type of pollination is called anemophily. Anemophilous plants produce numerous pollen grains because there is no certainty that the pollen grains will reach on the stigma particularly. The chances of wastage are more in this case because the pollination is depending on the air. That's why lot of pollen grains will be produced, numerous amount of pollen grains will be produced to avoid the wastage. If the wastage is going on, but at least few of the pollen grains will reach to the stigma. These plants have small, light, smooth and dry pollen grains so that they can be easily carried by wind. So this is one type of adaptation. The pollen grains are small in size, they are light in weight, they are smooth, they are dry. So this is one type of adaptation to promote the process of pollination with the wind. And certain plants contain winged pollen grains also, which will help the pollen grains to just swim in the water, you can say, swim in the air, and easily it will be transported to the stigma of the flower. It will float in the air with the help of wings. And this type of wind pollination can be easily seen in the grasses in which the flowers are not very attractive. They are not having fragrance. So in that type of flowers, the insects are not attracted. So the pollination cannot occur with the help of insects or any other animals. So here the air will help in the process of pollination, that is anemophily. Now come on the next type, that is hydrophily. We know that hydro means water. So this type of pollination occurs with the help of water. And in this case also the flowers are very small and inconspicuous to other agents. They are not attracting other agents. Water is the source for the pollination process. They are not having the fragrance or too much color on their petals. The pollen is adapted to float in the water. Just like in that case, they were floating or just flying in the air. Here in this case, it will float in the water. And such kind of pollination can be seen in Hydrilla, Vallisneria or Zostera like plants. Next type is entomophily. With the help of insects, we know that entomology is the branch of zoology in which the insects are studied. So according to that, you can understand entomo word is related with insects. So if the pollination is going on with the help of insects, then you can say it is entomophily. And some of the examples which will help in the entomophily, they are bees, flies, wasps, moth and beetles. These all are the insects which will help in the entomophily process. They will help in the pollination. Bees carry out 80% of the pollination done by insects. That means they are dominant insects for the process of entomophily. 80% of the pollination is carried out by them, which will occur by insects. This type of flowers should be colorful, they should be attractive, because they are going to attract the insects for pollination. So they are having fragrance also, nectars are there. When the insects will visit the flower, as a reward, they will get the nectars. So again and again they will come to the flower, and this will promote the pollination process. So particularly in the case of bee pollinated flowers, the fragrance and nectar will be there. In such flowers, pollen grains are sticky or spiny, so they will easily they will be attached to the leg of the insect or body of the insect, and easily it will be transported to the another flower. And the stigma of the female flower is also having sticky material to just keep the pollen grains attached with them. So this type of pollination can be seen in the sunflower or orchid like plants which are having attractive flowers. Next type is ornithophily. The word ornitho is related with birds. The study of birds is called ornithology, which is the branch of zoology. If the pollination takes place with the help of birds, that is called ornithophily. Some of the examples, just like the tiny birds, hummingbirds, very tiny birds are there which are having very small size. Honey thrushes and hummingbirds, such kind of pollination takes place with the help of very small birds, and these birds are depending on the nectar of the flower. They are very small in size and they are depending on the nectars of flower. For example, bignonia, bottlebrush. So these are the plants in which the ornithophily will take place. Now chiropterophily. Chiropterophily is the process of pollination which takes place with the help of bats particularly, and this type of pollination can be seen in the Kigelia and Bauhinia plants. Now the last type, that is Malcophily, which takes place with the help of snails and slugs. So this type of pollination is going on with the help of snails and slugs. And the example of this type of plants in which the Malcophily occurs, that is Chrysanthemum and Lemna. In these two examples, the Chrysanthemum is a land plant and Lemna is the aquatic plant in which the pollination is going on with the help of snails and slugs, that is Malcophily. So these are the types of pollination we have talked about. That's all. And if you have any query, you can contact on this email ID. Thank you so much.